One conversation triggered my fear of rejection and what it really revealed. I let one conversation ruin my day. This happened a couple weeks ago. Okay. Someone I trusted just brushed me off. I thought I was like trying to make things better for them. And they were just like, no, 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 no." And then I'm talking and I'm like, no, like you're not understanding like what I'm saying. And then I realized by the end of the conversation that they were just in a rush. They had not just one, two, three things going on at the same exact time. And life was lifing for them. And for me, I had let, you know, I don't know, I had let maybe my disappointment get the best of me. I allowed um it to rub me the wrong way regardless because what after I took a step back and was like, "Oh, I think they really were in a rush." I felt embarrassed. I felt like frustrated because then those things were said in a later conversation. They said they did say those things that they were in a rush or whatever, and I just wasn't hearing what was being said. But immediately I thought I was not important. Okay. That was the thought that's the story I told myself that I'm not important to that person. Right. But what I discovered changed everything. Okay. So I thought I was being rejected. And my trigger was I thought I was being rejected because my thing is, if after I found out the information, why didn't I just like, oh, okay, it was just that the person was in a rush. But the feelings stayed with me. The feelings made me uncomfortable. The feelings made me overanalyze and overthink and replay all the other things that that person said and did. And maybe there's some validity to it. But in this moment, for real, it was just a misunderstanding. So I thought I was being rejected. And then even though the facts came in the it came up later, the feelings did not change. The facts changed, but the feelings did not change. So my reaction was this is not about this moment. This is about something older, right? This is about something that happened and I couldn't figure it out and it just gnawed at me. It just bothered me. I was just irritated. And yeah, I wasn't that happy with myself. I'm like, why can't I let it go? So, on a side note, I know some of you may know me from Ruth and Relationships. So can you handle it? Okay. So Ruth and Relationships, what Ruth and Relationships did, it brought me my dream and I got my it ended the marriage. And I'm not saying I'm done. I will be back. But right now, reinventing and rebuilding with Ruth, right? What I'm doing right now, I can see that this has the potential to give me that complete healing that I'm looking for. I know that um I don't take my stuff out on my husband, right? I know that I don't take my stuff out on my kids. But that doesn't mean I don't beat myself up. You know what I mean? I'm not this was never going to be like a cry fest, but I'm just going to feel how I feel and it is what it is. I've cried online before, it's not a big deal, but I'm telling you with the wedding, it's like everything that I was burying down was resurfacing. So we about to dig it up, baby. We about to dig it up. I had never had so many conflicts at one time. That's what people don't tell you. Like somebody is planning their wedding and they were like, they're trying to keep, I said, the people from fighting. And he was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I understood what he was talking about. And it just brings up all the stuff you don't talk about. It's about to resurface. I'm so sorry to tell you that, but that's what's about to happen. So I'm excited about this journey to be healed because I remember going to get my marriage license and crying because I'm still being attacked by my past. It's like they they don't want me to be happy. So my good moments are being overshadowed by my past and the people that I have to deal with. So here we are. We're dealing with it. And I understand like my life responsibilities, and I understand what I'm supposed to do and have to do. But I feel like I don't know if you ever felt this way, but I feel like because of unresolved issues in the past, or I like even if it's unresolved, it should be resolved in me. I shouldn't be crying anymore about it. I shouldn't be, and not to say that they make me cry, but when you suppress it or you not crying, then one day it could make you cry. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important that you deal with your feelings and your emotions, and so they can't take you out when you need it. Sometimes there's a critical moment of you're about to make a breakthrough happen, but then you got to deal with something over there, or it throws you off for weeks on your side project or work because you didn't deal with this. So that's where it's all like sometimes things all start unraveling at the same time, and that's where I'm at with it. So back to the conversation. All right. So the hidden belief, the story I chose to tell myself was that I'm not important and I don't matter. Right. And I've seen this person pick and choose who matters, pick and choose who um is worth their time and not their time. And then I've also seen them, you know, come through anyway. So I was just like, um, I get all that. And, I had to realize and sit back and like let people do what they're gonna do. I should have just left it alone. I was trying to like control the situation, and then that light bulb went off. I was trying to reject them before they rejected me, right? Because I knew they had a lot going on. And so I was like, instead of me, like, I was just like imagining myself crying at my wedding because such and such didn't show up or whatever. And like, really, I wasn't going to do that. But, your imagination starts making you feel that way. Just another um, thought that the enemy tried to put in my mind is like, when you get to your reception, there's nothing going to be decorated. It's just going to be tablecloths on the table. Like I kept hearing that. And there was a moment where that was the truth. There was nothing on the table and the wedding was done. And at the end of the day, it all came together. But sometimes when the devil be talking, baby, he that's what's gonna happen. But that doesn't mean that it's the final say, and that it's just the fear coming true. Like it was just trying to magnify the fear. That's why I was like, okay, maybe because God is allowing this, because the devil don't know what's going to happen. So if God is allowing this, is He trying to say, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to believe that I'm going to come through, or you're not? And I say, you know what? Just lock the door until the Lord allows for this to, work out the way it needs to work out. Because there's no way everything went so beautifully, and then this, is going to fall apart. And I got the phone call right after that talking about it's all done. So, whew, I'm just saying, these thoughts in our brains, you got to be careful because the battlefield is in your mind. Speaking of the battlefield being in your mind, let me take you back on why all of this is happening. It all started when I was 6 years old and I became a big sister, right? And I don't know if it was like 4, 5, or 6. And I just, as you're getting more kids, you just kind of get pushed to the back more and more. So that my parents had three more kids, and like in the span of 3 years, three, in the span of 4 years, they had three more kids. So that changed all the dynamics of our family, and I don't have a problem with that, right? I didn't mind jumping in. What you need me to do? It's like, no, I was like, I want to change diapers. You're just not letting me. I was getting frustrated, right? And then I remember having to change diapers. I was like, all right, this is a lot. Oh my gosh. So now I remember not having my birthday celebrated. To be fair, not many of us had our birthday celebrated in the family, but also they got their attention another way, or because they were little, or because they had me. They like somebody was giving them attention, but nobody was giving me attention. So when people would get birthday presents, or like for birthdays, I got kisses. However old I was getting them kisses. That was it. I ain't asked for them kisses. I'm grateful for the kisses now, but I was like, yeah, yeah. It's just it taught me not to expect anything, and it's a dream killer. It taught me not to expect anything from people. It taught me that people are not going to go above and beyond for you. So imagine the wedding and people are going above and beyond. They either were or they were not. The ones I thought were not going to go above and beyond did. The ones I were expecting to do something did nothing. Or the ones I expected to do the most did the little something. And that's fine. Little something's always good. I'm not mad. Um, but the people that people like, you're supposed to XYZ and you're supposed to be there for me, they were not there for me. So when I was younger, it was like, don't expect anything because um you're just not gonna get it. I learned to manage my expectations. And I think what I started doing was I remember taking my brother and sister around the church and saying, it's their birthday, it's their birthday. Now I know I used to do that because I wanted them, my brother and sister, I couldn't get them money, right? But I know the only way for people to give you money was to tell them it's your birthday at the church and they'll give you $1. That's our little hustle. I guess that's when I became a little businesswoman. I became a manager and I helped my brothers and sisters get their money for their birthday. So they would get about $10 or something like that. And yeah, I remember doing that every birthday that I could. And my parents, they never asked for money. I never asked them for money. I said, it's a birthday. Yes, a little dance. And then we got our money, okay? And it wasn't like I was taking something from them. I was like, just give me a little lollipop or something, but you enjoy. And I just did something for somebody that I wanted done for me. And they're young, so they don't remember what I do. Um, they don't they don't know. You got to tell kids what you do for them, right? And it's okay. Um, I don't need anything from that, but I know that the love I wanted to have, I gave it to my siblings. My parents were good parents. My parents did a lot for us. They did make big leaps and big strides. Like we had our own church, we had a house in Uckles Park. We like they saved my whole life by keeping me from going to West Philly High. No shade, but I went from about to go to the worst high school in the city to go into a suburban high school. So my parents did leaps and bounds, but they were busy. A child does not know that your mother and father is overwhelmed. And I could tell because I would always pitch in and always help, right? So I got used to not getting those Christmas gifts. But I think when I got older, I was like, when I'm older, I'm going to buy my brothers and sisters Christmas presents. And I did do that. My first Christmas, I saw like my ex husband at the time, buy his kids. They would buy their kids rooms full of toys. They overdid it for real. The whole room full of toys. It was nice. It was nice. But at the same time, I was like, well, I want to get those like big things like the TV and this and that and the third. And I spent my first credit card on buying my brothers and sisters like TVs and like I just maxed it out. And I just and I never had after that I did not have good credit for like 20 years, right? But because I was like, I have to pay this back. I gotta have a job for real. Oh, I thought y'all I was like playing with that boy. I was 18 years old. I didn't know, but I knew that I was gonna make whatever I could make better for them, right? And I remember being young and so 6 to 12, I felt like I was ignored because they had so much going on. And I guess the kids were like, yeah, if you do the math, there were kids was under 6. So you had 3 under 6. So you were busy. But when I turned 12, all of a sudden I started getting this attention, my boobs coming out, my butt's popping out. And now all of a sudden I'm getting these little comments. And I'm like feeling resentment. I'm like, oh, now you want to recognize that I'm here. Oh, now you want to give me attention. Now you want to tell me that I can't wear this and I can't do this. And it became restrictive. Like I felt like I was being punished for becoming a young woman. And I really wasn't understanding what's going on. And I remember also being hugged, not hugged, and then hugged at church. And one time he was like, "Oh, you need to hug your kid and tell the kid I love you." And instead of me being like, "Oh, that's so nice," I'm like, I enjoyed the moment, but I was like, "This is what it took for you to tell me you love me." And I just was like, I was just disappointed. I was just like, "You're not doing a good job on this part. I'm so sorry." The affection was low. Like for me, like I do birthdays. Like I definitely implemented those things in my parenthood. I do birthdays. I do family vacation and I do the affection. Like that was very important to me. Um a child does not think their parent is overwhelmed. So they just like, why? Why what is, I'm not that important that you're not gonna, acknowledge me or whatever. I have to like do super like be a superstar at school just to make sure y'all remember that I'm gifted. I'm talented, And so it just shows you that performance is always, the key to making people happy for you. Like you have to perform for people to appreciate you, right? And back to the conversation that I got brushed off on, that's what I believe I was brushed off. In my mind, I was like, I'm taking my power back, right? So there's two things you can do when you feel rejected. You can reject the other person before they reject you, or you can remember your own self worth is not attached to somebody's availability or somebody's response or anything outside of anybody else. My friend always tells me, "Oh, I don't let what other people do affect what I do," and like as far as like their actions when they're like she's not gonna like not be herself and smile and be happy because other people are like, she's not adjusting to other people, and I love that. And if I could look at myself at 6 years old, I would say, 6 year old Ruth, you matter, you are important, you are special, you are never alone. I am always here for you, and God is always here for you. So that right there, just looking at myself, I can see it right now. I want you to look at yourself. Close your eyes and imagine you bending over and talking to yourself and telling yourself you are special, you are important, and I'm always with you. And God is always with you. And that's where healing begins. So the trigger was not the problem, the belief was. Healing starts when you start identifying the lies and you start facing the truth. So, my question to you is, what story did you tell yourself when you got triggered? What did you tell yourself when you got triggered? What did you say? Did you say I wasn't important? Did you say I didn't matter? Did you say no one listens to me? No one hears me? No one helps me? All right. Comment below and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If this is for you and you like this type of content, please subscribe so that we can give you more because it's a lot more coming where we get from. Yeah, it's a lot more where that came from. But I am so happy to be on my healing journey and you guys are joining me. Like I cry so much writing this and I'm just so happy that it's finally, it's happening. This is definitely going to take me and shoot me up to the next level in life because I feel like every time I'm this close, all of this stuff in the past just come and it start attacking me and start slowing me down again. And the weight is too heavy, and I just let it go, and I'm just working through it and just dodging them now. Now it's just dodging those feelings, those afternoons where you get thrown off because of somebody's behavior. Is now afternoons you get to work on your business. I love you. Bye.